Have you ever felt lost, stuck, or unsure about what's next in life? Maybe you had plans, dreams, or goals, but nothing is going the way you expected. You're asking, God, what now? Where do I go from here? If that's you today, I want to remind you, God is not finished with you yet. His plan is bigger than your worries, and His promises are still true, no matter what you're going through. In this video, we'll dive into what the Bible says about feeling lost, trusting God's plan, and holding on to hope, even when life doesn't make sense. Stay with me, because by the end of this, I believe you'll have a fresh perspective on what God is doing in your life. Let's talk about Joseph. You probably know the story. He was the favorite son, had big dreams, and a bright future ahead. But suddenly, everything changed. His own brothers, people he trusted, betrayed him. They sold him into slavery, and he ended up in Egypt, far from home, all alone. If that wasn't bad enough, Joseph was later thrown into prison for something he didn't even do. Imagine how confused he must have been. He had dreams of greatness, yet here he was, forgotten in a dark prison cell. Maybe you can relate to that. Maybe you're in a season where nothing makes sense. You're praying, but the answers aren't coming. You're trusting, but doors keep closing. It feels like you're stuck in a pit with no way out. But here's what we often forget: Joseph's prison wasn't the end of his story. It was just the middle. After years of waiting, God lifted Joseph out of that prison and placed him in the palace. He became second in command over Egypt, and God used him to save an entire nation, including the very brothers who betrayed him. Here's the key: if Joseph had given up in the prison, he would have never made it to the palace. And the same is true for you. God is writing your story, even when you don't understand the chapter you're in right now. So what does God say about your future? Let's go straight to the Word. Small blue diamond, Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Notice that it says God knows the plans, not us. That means even when we don't understand, He's still in control. Small blue diamond, Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, in all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Right now, you might not see the full picture, but God does. He's leading you, even when you don't feel it. Small blue diamond, Isaiah 41 verse 10, "So do not fear, for I am with you, do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." God is saying, I've got you. You are not alone. Even in your waiting season, He's working behind the scenes. Think about a GPS. When you take a wrong turn, it doesn't say, "You're lost forever." It recalculates and gives you a new route. God does the same in our lives. Even if we've made mistakes, even if we've taken detours, He can still get us to where we're meant to be. So if you're feeling lost, here's what I want you to do: keep trusting, keep praying, and keep believing. Your prison season is not permanent. God is still writing your story, and His plans for you are good. If this message spoke to you today, take a moment to comment below and share a time when God turned a tough situation around for you. I'd love to hear your story and encourage you. And if you found this message helpful, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe for more faith-based inspiration. God bless you, and remember, your future is in God's hands.